Welcome back to the Morning Blend. Our next guest grew up in the inner city of Philadelphia, surrounded by street gangs, shootouts, and knife attacks.
Todd Townsend was a car thief and a burglar, and he said he wasn't even looking for a way out. He was just trying to survive. Eventually, he overcame the challenges of his childhood, and now he wants to provide hope and inspire others going through dark times. He wrote this book, Getting Up from Being Down. Stand up, reach high, finish strong. We are happy to welcome Todd to the Morning Blend. Thanks for being on the couch today.
Good morning.
Hi, ladies. It's a joy to be with you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here. I think this is an incredible story that people often think, how can you grow up that way with all of that around you, the knife fights, the gangs, the street life as a child, and that not be what you become as an adult?
Yeah, it's true. And as a matter of fact, that's well said. It's very easy at that point to make that your entire lifestyle. So for me, that was reality. The pain was driving me, the frustration, the emptiness, watching your mom pummeled on a regular basis, the anger of my stepfather, the seedy lifestyle, the criminal activity was a part of our normal experience.
And you felt like you had to be part of it to survive?
As a kid, what options are there? There were a few times I tried to stop him, but he'd overpower me. So basically, I resorted to comforting my mom. But that left an indelible impression of what kind of man I didn't want to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how did things turn for you? When did a change happen, and how does somebody get out of a situation like that?
Well, for me, and that's with the book, it's stand up, reach high, finish strong. So the standing up part for me happened with church. It was going to church and realizing that there were other people. There was an alternative focus, a better lifestyle. I could live to help people, but first I had to overcome my pain, my anger, and my frustration.
And how did you do that?
That's been a process. That's been a process.
It doesn't happen overnight. People
No.
should know that, right? They shouldn't expect a quick fix.
No, it's not a quick fix. As a matter of fact, it's a journey. And so getting up had to do for me with confronting my pain, my anger, my frustration. It was kind of focused on one person. And yet that one person was able to kind of cloud my entire existence. So coming to that reality led me to forgive him and let it go. And in doing that, I liberated myself.
I think forgiveness is a huge thing, and I wonder, we've had, forgiveness for self as well, because, we've had a veteran on the show. I forgot the word that he used, maybe remember, but about doing things that are
moral injury.
a moral injury, about when things go against your own moral compass, actions that you took, which I know that you had to be a part of the lifestyle. You were a thief, you were a burglar. How do you forgive yourself as well? Because I think a lot of people struggle with self-forgiveness as much as forgiving others.
That's an important piece, and that's a good question. Initially, I thought I had to go back to everybody that I violated and say I was sorry, but I didn't know where everybody was, and not everybody would receive that. And so I think it became a conversation with God, and it becomes a place where you do have to accept the fact that you did mess up, but there's still hope for your tomorrow. I did what they said I did, but I'm not what you say I am. And
I love
if you
that.
accept that principle, it opens the door for the future.
I'd love to have you repeat that. I did
What they said I did.
what they said I did, but I'm not who you say I am.
who you say I am. I love that. I think a lot of people listening, especially if they've had pain in their lives, we've talked a lot about trauma here in their lives, which you clearly had, in a combination too of making bad decisions for you to survive. And I think they feel, but it might be illness, it might be a whole lot of things where they feel such darkness, they feel alone and isolated. And a lot of people feel hopeless. They don't see a glimmer of light. So what do you say to them?
I think that's strong reality, and pastoring and serving the community has taught me that. For me, it was taking the pain, the ugly, and the failure, and instead of running from it, running to it. Because of that familiarity with pain, with being wounded, with being violated, I'm familiar with what it feels like. So now instead of running from that for the rest of my life, let me take that and turn it into energy and use it as a drive to bless other people. And I think as people learn to turn the tables on their own experience, they can become the thing that they don't think they can.
Did someone else motivate you or help you
Yeah.
in this journey? Because it seems like a lot to do mental work on your own.
It is a lot of mental work. It took a team. I think what church did for me was it introduced me to a community.
Yes.
And there were men who loved their wives, and there were men who stood up for what was right, and there were people managing their money, and there were corporate people and educated people. And they became voices in my head to replace the accusations and the neglect. And I think that's important. I think that's really critical, to have a community surrounding you that breathes life into you so you can spread your wings.
To have good role models. You have a
Yes.
wife, you have 3 kids
Yes.
who are in their 20s.
Yes.
Home now for you is Delaware. And do you lead a church there?
Yes, I lead a church, the Resurrection Center. And so we're local, but we take groups of people to Nairobi, Egypt, Israel. We've taken 2 trips. Next year we're targeting Nairobi again and Dubai.
And you climbed Kilimanjaro,
Yes.
and you're going to run a marathon next year
Yes.
in Germany.
In Berlin, Germany in September.
How about that? I guess this is a guy who can turn things around,
Yeah.
and that should give everybody hope. At
Yes.
any age, we can do it.
It's never too late.
It's never too
never
late.
too late.
I love it. Thank you so much. Here's the website. It's stoddtownsend.com to find more about his book, which is Getting Up from Being Down. Stand up, reach high, finish strong.
Love your
Love
message.
it. Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys, for having me. It's
Thanks
good to
for
be
joining
here.
us.
Appreciate it.